What's up? I think my family upset with me, and you all tell me if I'm wrong. My mom called me a couple weeks ago and said that the family putting money together to help my 92-year-old grandfather get braces on his teeth. Not dentures, braces. I said, Mom, Granddad been looking like a jack-o'-lantern by the mouth since the 1940s, and now you all decide you want to get him some braces. She said, well, you know he always been insecure about his smile, you know. I'm like, but Granddad at 92, he only have like 3 to 5 more years tops to deal with that smile, man. I'm serious, like what we look like putting $5,000 worth of orthodontics in the ground just to fill somebody's bucket list. And the crazy part about all this, my granddad, he only has 8 teeth. 4 up top and 4 on the bottom, you know. Then he has these like really, really small teeth. You know, we get him braces, it look like he has a zipper in his mouth or something, you know. I don't know, man. Had you all ever noticed too that funerals always bring out the worst in families? Because they always eventually end up fighting over the money. That's why I said I'm not getting a will and I'm about to cancel my life insurance. You know, because I don't want to be worth more dead than I am alive. Think about it, you die, you worth $500,000. Alive, you worth $74.83, you know. That don't add up to me. And wills and life insurance, they give your family members too much incentive to kill you, you know. You go to the hospital for a minor surgery, your spouse come in the room and say, Doc, me and the family already agreed. We want you to go ahead and pull the plug. Pull the plug? I came here to get my tonsils removed, man. Stuff is crazy. But I know I better get a life insurance because my family like real cheap. And if something was to happen to me, I could hear them somewhere saying like, oh, he didn't want to get any life insurance, huh? Let's see what happened when we buried him in this casket made out of styrofoam. And my dad, he's like the cheapest of them all. He's the cheapest person in the family, you know. He always saying, you need to save your money, save, save, save. And you know, I told him, you know, enjoy life, spend your money, because if you die, you can't take it with you. But then I thought about his will and life insurance. Like, you know what, you're right, save your money. Ain't no use to start blowing it now. We can use that later. Guess that was a little bit too sensitive. Moving on. Too, man, I'm starting to think that people on my job don't really care for me, and I can't quite put my finger on it, but it may be because somebody left a note on my desk saying we don't like you, you know. I walk through the hall, don't nobody tell me good morning, you know. And you know people on your job don't like you. Anytime you sneeze and don't nobody say bless you, oh, they don't care about you or your allergies, man. I'm gonna tell you how I really noticed that they didn't like me, because on everyone else's birthday, they get like a card, a potluck, something, you know. On my birthday, I didn't even get an email. Just one coworker came to me and told me, you know, he was gonna plan me a potluck. He and I ended up being the only 2 people at the potluck. He brought Doritos and I brought ice, you know. Like, thanks a lot, Mr. Event Planner. You know, what we supposed to make, Dorito ice sandwiches or something around here, you know? Crazy. And you know, with stuff like this going on, I keep an attitude at work all the time, you know? Like my manager, he walked to me the other day and said, Marion, why aren't you working? I was like, because I didn't see you coming. Next time, knock on Brother Cube or something, you know? And I hate cubicles. Anybody here ever worked in a cubicle? I hate cubicles. Because you get no privacy. People walking by trying to see what website you on and who you emailing, listening to your phone conversation, you know. Like my cube mate, he told me, Mari, I wasn't listening to your conversation on the phone, but my brother can fix your car cheaper than the mechanic you was talking to. Like, if you didn't know it, listen to my conversation, how did you know something was wrong with my car, man? He do that all the time. I tell my friends jokes on the phone, he in the background laughing. That's a good one, y'all use that one in your show. Punchline was not for you, man. Now, I hate irritating coworkers, you know. Like, don't you hate it when you get to work late and somebody tell you good morning, but really they trying to announce you late for work? Like, good morning, Marion. Was traffic bad on the phone, 5? Traffic bad on the 405 every morning. That's why they call it rush hour. And you see me rushing to my desk, you know. Got all types of irritating coworkers. Like we got this one guy, he burned popcorn every day, you know. And I had to tell him, like, look, if your simple mind don't know how to use a microwave, just stay away from it, man. It makes no sense that I got migraines every day because he got the whole office smelling like highway construction and stuff, you know. And I don't understand because there's a big button with a picture of popcorn on the microwave. All you gotta do is push the button. You know, what you need, a recipe or something? And then my manager today, he keep on trying to get me to train him. You know, he always talking about training new people and like, what I look like teaching this little dumb boy everything I know, making myself less valuable to the company, you know? You wanna learn to do what I do, you better go get you one of them for dummies books at Barnes and Nobles or something, you know? Because you keep asking me, I'm gonna teach you how to upload a virus to the system. I try to get people fired, not hired, you know, I don't. Seriously. And now they're giving out these incentives right now for everyone to go green, you know, so we can conserve energy and help save the environment. Let me tell you something, my family's been going green my entire life. You know why? Because we couldn't afford expensive light bills. And sometimes the electric company will help my family go green. My parents were late paying the bill, so they were nice enough to just turn our lights off for us. Now the family's sitting around eating dinner by candlelight, you know. What I look like having a romantic meal with my little brothers and stuff, you know. They making toast with Kool-Aid to darkness, you know. Tell you, like my dad, he was real strict about the electric bill, man. He did not want any unnecessary lights on. He'll yell at us, he'll open the refrigerator and yell at us like, why every time I open this door, the light on? Like, that's what it's supposed to do. Get control of your hypertension, you know. Then, you know, he wouldn't even let us microwave popcorn for a full minute. He said all we needed was a minute and a half. Now we walk around eating raw popcorn. A bag full of buttery kernels and stuff. And contrary to what you think, your stomach does not digest kernels. Do you know how scary it is to go to the toilet and see nothing but kernels floating in the water? It's serious, and that's something he complained about too, the water bill. He said me and my brother was using too much water to flush in the toilet in the morning. No, he said, so from now on, when you all wake up, all three of y'all pee together. His motto was a family that pees together, bees together, you know. Hey, that's been my time. I'm Marion Kendrick.